Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone this fantastic Friday? It's that time of the week again where we get to chill out, relax, talk about some fish and some other random nonsense generated by you. Hopefully, you can hear me and see me. I'm sure you'll let me know one way or t'other whether you can or not. Um, yeah, it's Friday. Welcome to Fishy Business. We've got some quizzes, games lined up for you tonight, as well as absolutely nothing else. So I've not had any time to prepare anything today, so we're on our own. If you want me to wax lyrical about any particular subjects, let me know what you're thinking about. If you want to know my opinion on anything, why would you want to know that? I don't know, but we're here. Might as well have a crack at it. Make sure that I can both be seen and heard. Stuart Laker says, "Good evening, all from a dry but cold Wolverhampton." It was very similar here in Sheffield. Yesterday and the last couple of days has been a bit Baltic and a bit miserable, but it's not too bad today. It was nice and bright and sunny, if nothing else. Mal's in Aquarium Delirium, nice to see you, who is getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, I noticed, in his latest video. So, if you don't mind, why is that saying no data? Am I talking to myself again? Who knows? I'll crack on regardless. If you don't mind, if one of the mods could post a link to Mal's channel, Aquarium Delirium, go and check it out, watch one of his videos, click that subscribe button, and you might get him a bit nearer to that required secret sauce number of 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how you're doing on watch hours. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, if you have a YouTube channel, in order to, well, you talk about these milestones and you see people with gold play buttons and silver play buttons, but the first milestone that you get is you have to get monetized. So that's like your stamp of validation of, yes, you're doing well, you're doing the right things. So you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That gets you to your monetization status. So I noticed that Mal was nearly there on the 1,000 subscribers, so give him a few more if you don't mind, peeps. Spread the love a little bit. Hans is in, Hans from Sweden. Nice to see you, Stevie P. Audio, video, good. Brian's here, hiya Brian. The Zoo is here. Rebecca's here saying, writing an article likely for the Catfish Study Group journal on Corridonerinene Faragneal. I can do this. Faragneal. No. Faragneal. No. Faragneal? I can't remember. Two jaws. And their morphology. Just read it. It's down here. Look, see it. There it is. That sounds good. When are you setting off for your trip stateside? That must be soon. A couple of weeks, is it? Branton, Light Cap, hello, how are you doing? Because I need more outreach and publications. Well, somebody reached out to me actually today from... Where were they from? Let me see if I can find my emails. They wanted to... What was it called? They called it a journal or something, or a blog or a journal. Your Aquarium Place. They do features called Aquarium Spotlights, and we interview people in the hobby with interesting stories. I don't know why they came to me. But they wanted to interview me for their... I'm sure they said journal somewhere, but I can't see it now. But, you know, while we're in the midst of promoting people for good things that they do, Rebecca has a website where it's a good, impartial place to find facts, because she's an actual scientist and she does things like cite sources and all that kind of stuff. So I have used that website extensively when I've got stuck on subjects of, well, how does that really work, or what does that really mean, or does that person talking crap, or is it real? I'm immediately going to misremember the name. I want to say is it the Scientific Fish Keeper? something along those lines. The scientificfishkeeper.co.uk. That's worth a wee checking out as well. Maybe we'll just do a night of sharing all the good resources that we've found. So the Scientific Fishkeeper was very... Make sure you get the right one. You don't want to go to other science-based websites. Branton says it's thankfully Friday. It is. Oh, I could not agree with you more, Branton. I'm so glad it's Friday. I don't know why. I've not been at work all week. I'm in various stages of disrepair. The latest and greatest is I think I've got sciatica. My back is absolutely falling apart. It's in bits. I'm hopped up on all manner of drugs. So tonight's beverages, we're going on Pepsi Max. Now if I could get Pepsi Max to sponsor me, I drink this more than any other beer I've ever drank. And that would be fantastic. So Pepsi. Other Cokes are available, but not as good. Because I have various ailments going on at the back, which is the least of my worries, but I've on various drugs, so we're sticking with the non-alcoholic tonight. So very little chance, well, there's actually more chance tonight of me actually falling asleep midstream because of the amount of drugs I'm taking. So that'll be fun. But we'll see how we get on. I'm trying to maintain a positive mental attitude and not think about it. As Scott says, yes, I've turned up in great pain. Thank you for joining me. But if you've joined me, you could at least click the subscribe button and the like button and all the other buttons down there. In other news, we're 50% better than last week because only one hand's all trussed up. This one's kind of better. I can move it around a little bit and stuff, and it doesn't hurt too much. It doesn't hurt at all at the moment with the painkillers I've got, but this one's still a bit knackered. So we're on our way. We'll be back soon. Silver Surfer's in. Nice to see you. Lee from Bolton. How you doing? Nice to see you. Zenny's in. Howdy, fishy folks. All good video and audio. I'm glad I checked that eventually. We're only 7 minutes in. It is not unusual for me to talk at length for 10-15 minutes before realising I've not actually turned on the stream. So we've done that. That's a good start. There you go. There's Mal's channel, Aquarium Delirium. Go and check that out. Who's this Mal person? He sounds cool. Yeah, you might recognise him. I'm sure you've seen him before. What type of discus is that in the background with the red tip? Well, I think the majority, almost all of them are linkers, or I call them alinkers. Some might stray into calling them Turks of some kind, but I would call them alinkers. They're kind of not a wild type, but a wild look, or a wildish, more natural look. Of course, none of them are going to come into picture now. Oh, there's one. Hello. I moved my my one baby discus from my breeding project is now in the big tank, so you need to keep an eye out for a little tiny one. He's only a wee thing, but he's quite boisterous. I can see why he was the only survivor from my last breeding attempt, because he's not shy about coming forward and going, "I'll have some of that, thank you." Returning to freshwater from marine, any new developments in getting the nitrogen cycle going? Do you know, there probably is, but I'm not really au fait with them all, because it must be years since I've cycled a tank, because I have a few tanks, and in most of my tanks I have more than one type of filter. So I have some tanks that have 3 or 4 sponge filters. So I have a sump on Mega Tank that has 5,000 tons of biological media. So whenever I need to start up a new tank, I'll just borrow media or a filter from another tank and move it into that, and just kind of get going straight away. So I've not really needed to wait and do the proper cycling of a tank for a long time. So I've not really kept up with this is the new fantastic mega product. So the last one that I kind of heard about that I keep meaning to try or never actually tried was Tropco, a company in the UK. I don't know if you're in the UK, but they produced something called Goop. That the majority of reports I heard were good about it, that people liked it. I was just but I wouldn't like to comment and say about any of the other ones. I'm sure there's loads of. When I used to be in the marine, ATM colony was the thing to go for. And you like pour that in, put your fish in, bosh, done. Yeah. There were freshwater equivalents. Yeah. But it's been that long since I've tried any of them, and I haven't really thought about much about it, so I don't know is my honest answer. Silver Creek, Tommy 10 Names, how we doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Phil's in. Phil, who makes this wonderful merch. So again, if we're sharing things, Phil has a wonderful print shop where he makes all kinds of things like stickers and posters and signage and t-shirts and merch. So this, if you're in the US, I'm afraid you're stuck with my Spreadshirt shop, which is not easy to say. But if you're in the UK, you can get some proper quality merch which has like embroidery and everything, and it's proper good. So Phil runs that. Elite logos for you. What are the developments? Yeah, I don't know what they are. Thanks for the shout out, no problem. Stevie P says, thanks for explaining that. Nobody ever talks about sub count and watch hours, ever. I've never heard anyone mention it, so you know. I've got 2 hours to fill, Stephen. Give me a break. Nikki's in, nice to see you. For Angel. I knew that. Like I say, I'm on a lot of drugs. Like Fari, like pharynx. Yeah, 'cause that helps. And Gil, like Gial, Pharyngeal. There's a rhyme about moray eels that goes to the tune of That's a Moray. I'm going to have to look that up because that will bug me. If you see a big eel and his teeth are like steel, that's a moray. There's something about a pharyngeal jaw. Can't he find it? Something like if the eel has a jaw and inside there's one more, that's a moray. Who knows? Sorry, I'm losing track here. 3rd of October, you think? So, anyone want to invite me to any conferences in faraway lands? I'll come and talk nonsense for days. It's in my yearly report that you have to do the out. Right, okay, that's why you have to do all these things. Journals can be dodgy, so avoid those that email people. I get emails all the time from a Journal of Chemical Engineering, but yeah, I do get all manner of unsolicited emails from all kinds of companies. So nothing to say anything bad about these companies, but for instance, Hooger, like bombard me with emails and offers and it's just not worth it. The amount of time I spend fannying about answering their emails and talking to them about we'll give you this thing for free. I'm like, well, I'd rather just pay for it and I'll make my own video rather than accept the 300 emails and requests about the specifics of the video that I have to make. I had one this week. This is a very common theme, so it's nothing against this particular company. I can't even remember the name of the company, so we'll just go with it where it was. Hi, we've been watching your video and we think it's fantastic. And you're like, yeah, okay. And you can see your name in the 2-line with 300 other names. Your channel it fits with our brand. It does this, it does that, it does the other. Would you be open to working with us? We will offer you a product and some compensation in return for you doing a fair review video of the thing. Normally, they don't even ever mention compensation. It's normally just, if we give you a product and you make a video saying it's fantastic, you can keep the product. So those ones go straight in the bin. But this tickled me because it didn't tickle me. Wasn't even remotely humorous. This piqued my interest, shall we say, because it was a pond filter. And if you watched my latest video, I was going, oh, this little pond, my little patio pond, is a bit green, not really happy with the filtration for it. I'm going to upgrade everything, so I talked about upgrading the solar stuff to give it more power, and I wanted to get a better filter for it. So we've got these two filters for your small pond, and it was like an all-in-one like pump, biological chamber and fountain set, or another one that was like a pump, biological filter to waterfall blade bit. And I thought, that would be perfect. I could put that waterfall at one end, pump at the other end. That would give it filtration all the way through. So I was like, yes, alright then, I'll do it. Okay, who are you? And I'm like, what do you mean, who am I? You told me you loved my videos and they were always fantastic. And then it was like, okay, well, how much compensation do you want? So I have this like standard reply to all email for when they give me that, where I offer 3 services. So if you are a company wanting to get me to make a video on your behalf, I have 3 services. 1, you send me a thing and I will make a video about it. No money has to exchange hands. My only provisos are that it has to be a remotely interesting thing, because if I can't make an interesting video about it, it doesn't help me and it doesn't help you, because nobody will watch it, and that hurts me and it hurts you. So first off, it has to be something that I at least can make use of, or would consider using, or find interesting in some way. And number 2 is you get no editorial control. So you send me the thing. If I love it, I will say I love it. If I hate it, I will say this is the worst thing ever. I will happily cover talking points. So if you've got, these are the features that we're really proud of, I'll say these are the features that the guys are really proud of. Yeah, so this is the thing. So that's number 1. Don't pay me anything. Number 2 is you can sponsor a video. So it's like, this video is brought to you by Hooger or whatever. You pay me some money and I say that on the video. That's it. It's a fee plus a fee per 1,000 views. And then there's another one about a dedicated video about a thing where they get editorial control, or some editorial control. So they pay me the fee up front. I make the video. If they don't like bits, I can cut bits out. I can change bits. But I don't lie. So the best they can hope for is I don't release a video. So if they send me a thing and I go, oh, it's great, it's brilliant, fine. They've already paid me a fee and they pay me per 1,000 views. If they send me the thing, they pay me the fee, I make the video and they go, well, I say, well, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. This doesn't even turn on. It's crap. They go, oh, no, can you change that? And I go, no. Right, well, don't release the video. So that's the only other option. So I've still got the fee and they haven't got the bad press on it. So that's my 3 options. So I send them, I forgot why I'm talking about this now. So that I normally send those straight back and then immediately hear nothing from anyone, because nobody ever wants to pay anything, which is understandable. I'm only a small channel still, but also they always want to retain some kind of editorial control. So those 2 things don't wash with me, because my only options are you send me the thing and have no control, or you pay me and have some control. So I get very little offers that go past the first two or 3 emails, but this one had me going all bloody day. And I actually wanted the thing. I was like, well, yeah, that looks quite good. Yeah, I'll have a go with that. I can use it. I can make the video. How long will it take you to make the video? Oh, probably about a week after getting it. I don't know if that'll work for us. I'm like, well, tough shit. I'm like, so we were getting through all this, and then they got to the end, about to send me a tracking number of where the thing was coming in. You're not Graham from Aquarium Adventures, are you? And I was like, suspicious. Yes, that's me. Oh, we've already worked with you this year. And we have a policy to only work with people once a year, so we're not sending this to you. I was like, you what? So I searched back through all my emails. They didn't work with me this year. They tried to work with me earlier this year because they said they were going to send me a shitty little solar panel fountain thing. I said, yeah, alright then, send me it. They never sent it, so I never made a video. So, long story short, I can't remember why we started talking about this, but that was my frustration today, was not getting anywhere with that. So I'm going to have to buy one. That's where we got it. Sorry, I'm going to be all over the place tonight. I swear this is just Pepsi Max. Yeah, the Scientific Fish Keeper. There you go. That's the one Rebecca writes for. Sorry, I'm miles away. Other calls are other rule. How's the arm? Still broken bones, but this one still a bit sore. This one a little bit sore, but mostly fine. Two sober Scotsmen in the room. Oh no, Brian, are you not drinking as well? Dear me, what's going on with the world? Bruce Patterson says hi from Cornwall. Hello, Bruce. Hope you're well. Weather can make dodgy limbs worse. My wrist is strange if it'll rain. Well, I didn't even think that. Graham has his dominant hand back. No wonder he's in such a good mood. I don't know what you could possibly be referring to there. Right, sorry. Andrew's here as well. Graham Daly, nice to see you, Andrew. Don't know why I've got such a camp little hello. That's not. Sub count and watch hours is just tiresome. It is, but it is very much, especially if you're near a limit. It's very much like everything slows down. It's like a car crash. You're like, oh, I've got to 999 subscribers, and you're like, where's just one more? Why will it not happen? But yes, it is much better if you don't think about it. I'm lucky enough to not have thought about it for quite a while. Don't even look at my watch time anymore. No, I mean, I lie. I see it. I see my stats every now and again. I'll be like, what's going on? Why is it? What's different this month to last month? And it's because I treat YouTube as a little bit of a hobby as well as fish keeping. I may have missed it, but you're still running your black one tank. Thank you. I am. That light, you can see. Oh, that's difficult to do. No. There. Not the flashy up and down one, the one behind that. That's the blackworm tank. Still going. Pharynx is the throat area. Larynx is the sound, and pharynx. Larynx, pharynx. Okay. When you swim in the sea and a snake bites your knee, that's amore. When he bites on your thumb, takes a chunk out your bum, that's amore. I'll give Tropco Goop a try. Yeah, let us know how you got on. I don't know. Goop is the dodgy one that thinks they're the Jesus of bottled bacteria. I don't know enough about it. I just know lots of people like it. I don't know, with any product, whether nothing is universally liked, is it? So I don't know enough about it to go into it. So I shall move swiftly on. What's the link, Gorillas? The quiz, please. What? What's the link, Gorillas? What? People just throwing in random words into sentences now to confuse me. You can visit the Fisheries Society one, but even if talking, you have to pay for accommodation. I'll pay for accommodation and travel. Just want to be wanted. I love the amount they call me doctor on email. Yeah, I get lots of sirs, but there's the occasional madam. Hello, madam. But I have this thing about I'll sign up for like burner email accounts and stuff as Miss Graham Care or Ms. So whenever I get a delivery from Asda or Iceland, it always comes to Ms. Graham Care. I don't know why. I don't even think it's funny anymore, but it seems that I now get lots of emails to, dear Miss, we think your YouTube channel is a winner. Well, thank you very much, unknown person on Tinterwebs. I thought goop was an adhesive remover. It probably is. Right, we're going to do a quiz, people. Here are rules. This one is week 2 of September quizzing. If we want to have a quick recap of where everyone got to last month. Last week even. JT, Keeping Fish, is in position number 1, but I have not seen him yet, so he might not make it, so someone else could take over. The way this works, there are 20 questions. Questions 10 and 20 are wagering questions, which means you get to bet and see how many points you can get. And if you don't bet, you can't win any points, so it's worth betting a little bit at least. The points are tallied for the entire month, so we save our winners up for the month to see who can get it. All the questions are multiple choice. Another way to pronounce that is multiple choice. Please use the same name Tommy each Tommy week, because we have an automagical spreadsheet which counts up all your points for the month, and the correct answer is what I say it is, because not often, occasionally I am incorrect and I get something wrong. It's been known to happen, maybe once, maybe twice, and the only fair way to do that is to say tough shit, what I say goes. So that's what we're going to do. We will put a link in. Why you no work? Hang on. Be with you shortly. I'll put the link into chat. That's what I was trying to do. Link in chat for the quiz. Everyone, have a bash. It's just a bit of fun. You don't have to be a quiz expert or a fish expert. There will be some fishy questions. The questions are usually a mix of things that have happened this week, something that's interested me in some way, and I'll start asking questions about it, and every now and again some fish stuff, and then random stuff. So everyone can have a go. Stevie P is, I have one option, which is not to reply. I am Scottish. I like free stuff every now and again. That's my problem. Everyone loves free stuff, surely. Was the pun filter Popo soap? Yes, it was. You were one of the 3,000 names on the email list, I guess. Boots and cats. Nice to see you. Not seen you for a while. Have you been told to have your arm up? No, it's just I've got nowhere else to put it because I can't really bend it and move it around, and there's stuff here. So I'm like this now. I was nearly monetized, but it didn't post for nearly 4 months. Yeah, that's what it is. Wrist splint, must be an overuse syndrome. Well, that's the wrong hand. I did have one on this hand as well, though. But we'll not go over my various ailments. Oh, he's here. Mention of a quiz and possible prizes, and he turns up. Hello, Jack. Nice to see you. Apparently wrists are the most common break and sprain, and that's what I was told when my right wrist snapped in half. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're there to snap so as you can protect other more painful areas, I guess. Graham, is your volume up as much as usual? I usually listen on my PC, but I'm having to listen to my phone to hear everything. Just curious if it's my devices or your audio. It could be me, who knows. I appear to be at the same level as normal. Don't know, what does everyone else think? Sounds fine on my phone, says Jack. Thank you. Your fault. I I am feeling quite miserable and sorry for myself, so maybe I'm just a bit quieter, grumpy. Where's the link? The link is here. That's the link for the quiz. I can see we have 21 players. We'll be starting any minute now, so if you want to get in, now is the time to get in. We're done with the Olympics questions. Yes, I think so. I don't know how to make it louder because it's all the way up. I suppose I could boost. Oh, should I do live dicking around with audio? That never works well for me usually. What if we do this? I never know how many decibels to increase it by. Is that any better? Juggler's here as well. Happy Friday the 13th. So that's the thing that happens this week. Right, are we ready for the quiz, people? Little face. We have still got 21 people. I think we're good to go. Let's start the countdown. That'll do, donkey. That is better, actually. Crispier, thank you. Live dicking around worked for the first time ever. Normally I crash the stream or something, but we've done it. Right, question number 1. What country is home to the world's longest national road called Highway 1? Is it Australia? Not going to do the accents. India? Definitely not going to do the accents. China or Kazakhstan? What country is home to the world's longest national road called Highway 1? Okay, we have 10 going for Australia, 1 Indian, 4 Chinese and 4 Kazakhs. Now, the longest road is a different question for those of you who are thinking that. So apparently that's the Pan American Expressway. All kinds of facts coming out tonight. But this one is the longest road in one country, which is Australia. It is the Highway 1, which goes all the way around Australia, all the way around the outside. I want to say something like 9,000 miles, but I might have just made that number up. Who knows? Oh, look who's in first. JT all the way straight in there. Fastest person as well, was he? Well, obviously, because he's in first. God, I'm stupid sometimes. Right, question number 2. What day and date is considered unlucky in Italian popular culture rather than Friday the 13th? Is it Tuesday the 13th, Monday the 18th, Saturday the 14th, or Friday the 17th? What day do Italians think is the unlucky day rather than Friday the 13th? Oh. Apologies for noises. Monday the 18th is the most popular, when in fact, is that gift from How I Met Your Mother. So there's a story to this. I have new glasses and they kind of made them wrong because these are varifocals, so the only bit where I can see my computer screen is right at the bottom, which is why you might see me doing this tonight an awful lot with my head tilted up. So I thought that was a scene from The Godfather, but yes, now that I look at it properly, it looks like a scene from How I Met Your Mother. Anyway, the answer is Friday the 17th. Brian, Young Snapper, and Crash making up the top 3. I didn't expect many people to know that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Question 3. What was the first city in the world with a population of 1 million? Is it London, Rome, Cairo, or Budapest? Or if you're from there, Budapest, I imagine. Bonus points if you can tell me how long ago they reached that. City of London or London? I'll give you a clue. It's not London, so it doesn't matter. Most people going for Rome. As Tommy says, it's got to be Rome, right? Well, most people agree with you. It is Rome. The population of Rome surpassed 1 million residents around 133 BC. Facts. And it was built in a day, as Scott says. Wow, what a city. Pardon me. Zany McGinger making a play for the top spot. Don't worry, everyone else. Look at that juggler yet to score a point. Laurie Carriday yet to score a point. As Rebecca says, the Romans are overrated. I mean, what have they ever done for us? Apart from... Question 4. What was the first NFL team to feature a cheerleading squad? Thinking of my American audience here. I don't know that they'll know this. I didn't know it. Is it the Baltimore Colts, the Chicago Bears, the Dallas Cowboys, or the Detroit Lions? These are very difficult. Well, all questions are very difficult if you don't know the answer. But there may be some easier ones coming. Bejeebus, these are tough. Do you remember earlier when I said I'm not very well, I'm on lots of drugs and I don't have any time? I kind of just went... I used my trusty book, which I've now lost. I've got a thing now of where I go around charity shops looking for trivia books. So most of these questions from tonight are from this, the Mega Trivia book. Little face, yes, we're doing. So, what do we think? Most people going for Dallas Cowboys, when it was, in fact, the Baltimore Colts.
Surprising.
Oh, that didn't work at all, sorry.
Surprising.
So slow. Go Sports. But I made it an American sports thing. I haven't looked yet, but I'm sure there will be a complaint from at least Stevie P. Graham was taking a page from Andrew's book of most obscure questions ever. I'll not have anybody saying they have the harder quiz over me. That's it. There you go, Stevie P's going sports. I think that's it for the sports questions. So don't worry too much. Stevie P got it right, so there should be no complaints from Stevie P about sports questions. And he moves into second place, just behind Young Snapper. Right, question 5. Roughly how many years are equal to 1 billion seconds? This blows my mind. If the answer is any of these, it is one of these. But the fact that the answer is any of these just makes you don't realise how many more a billion is than a million. Anyway, is it 19 years, 27 years, 32 years, 45 years? Quite the spread. Nobody had enough time to do the maths. The answer is 32 years. Stevie P, Young Snapper, Shadow all getting that one. 1 billion seconds is equivalent to 31 years and 8 months, whereas 1 million seconds is only 11 days. Mental. Sorry, that's where we're at. Stevie P takes the lead. Brian just outside the lead. With everyone's backing up. Juggler yet to score a point. Rebecca yet to score a point. Mal yet to score a point. Question 6. Which planet in our solar system has the most moons? Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, or Neptune? Which planet has the most moons? Okay, kind of split between Jupiter and Saturn. 2 people going for Neptune. The answer is
Impressive.
Saturn. With a whopping 146 confirmed satellites as of 2024, Saturn has by far more moons than any other planet in the solar system. Jupiter is second with 95. Facts. Oh, Stevie P drops out. Question 7. What fictional African nation did James Earl Jones' King Jaffa rule in the 1998 Eddie Murphy comedy Coming to America? Was he the ruler of Rotunda, Indoria, Bathabunga, or Zamunda? James Earl Jones question. Didn't go with the obvious Star Wars, because he died this week. Barbara Saturn, I would have guessed because of the rings, yes. You would have been right too. "14 people going for Zamunda, 3 people going for Rotunda, 3 for Indoria, and 1 for Bathabunga. So that's 7 people that haven't seen Coming to America. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Rebecca hasn't seen this one. Would I be right? Correct answer is Zamunda. Shadow, False Inspector. Scoring on that one. Question 8. Which of these popular film websites began as a discussion forum as a list of actresses with beautiful eyes? Was it fandom.com, Rotten Tomatoes, Film Boards, or IMDb? Which of these started as a forum to discuss actresses with beautiful eyes? By any chance is this quiz set of an era? No, these are current questions. I included the James Earl Jones one because he died this week. Well, quite the mix here, but it was in fact IMDb started life as a discussion board. It's one of the oldest websites in existence, having been registered in 1990, but it was originally a discussion about actresses' pretty peepers. So Bruce, Texas Tom, Young Snapper and Stevie P, I think the only ones to get that one. I see the Aslan guy, yes. Not Aslan, no, he's the Mufasa, Lion King man. Lion King's dad, yes, that's the one. Right, question 9. What's the most common colour of eyes in humans? Now you can tell I didn't write this question because colour is spelled incorrectly. Is it blue, green, brune, or hazel? What's the most common colour of eyes in humans? Most people going for brown because the answer is brown. More than half the global population has brown eyes. There you go. Oh, Shadow missing out on that one and dropping down. Laurie Carriday getting one in there. Juggler's now got some points as well. Right, we're moving on to question number 10, which means it's a gambling question. Remember, I will give you a clue. Might be a cryptic clue. But you have to bet something or you lose some points. So, I always say go big or go home, but you know, you do you. Question 10. Friday the 13th is unlucky for some. Maybe this is a Friday the 13th question. Dun dun dun. What mischievous god typically gets blamed for making 13 an unlucky number in Norse mythology? Is it Freya, Loki, Balder, or Frigg? Oh my days. Okay. Wow. Everyone going for Loki. Just because he's in the Avengers doesn't mean he's the answer to every question. But he has the answer to this one, though. Yes, it is Loki. According to Norse mythology, Loki arrived uninvited to a feast at Valhalla meant for only 12 gods. Loki then deceived the blind god Hodor into killing his brother Balder. There you go. So, almost everyone getting that one right, I think. So it's more of a case of how did you bet? So Stevie P takes the lead over False Inspector and Young Snapper. I think Mal and the Zoo have gone home. JT and scraping into 10th place. Senny in 8th. Brian's in there as well. Right, we go into the back half. Question 11. Which of these colourfully named characters is not an actual DC Comics superhero? Is Yellow Arrow not a comics superhero? Is Blue Beetle not a comics superhero? Or what about Green Lantern or Red Tornado? Which of these is not a superhero? Interesting. The correct answer is Yellow Arrow. The rest of them are indeed DC superheroes. I think did a few of you get caught out with Green Lantern thinking it was Marvel rather than DC. Yeah, Stevie P said, I said Green Lantern. Yeah. False Inspector takes the lead by 1 point. It's close tonight. Question 12. What does the A stand for in the acronym SCUBA? Is it ability, airway, apparatus, or aquatic? Are you for scuba? What does the A stand for? Okay, we've got 2 aquatics, 2 airways, and 17 apparatuses. So say it with me. SCUBA stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Oh, Brian missing out on that one. Unlucky Brian. And JT. Oh dear. JT slipping down. You've got a lead to maintain, JT. Question 13. Here we go. In which of Earth's oceans would you find the Nazca tectonic plate? This is aquatic based questions now. The Antarctic, Atlantic, Indian, or Pacific? What do we think? And I take it with this, most people don't know because it's quite an even spread. The answer, I did know this one. I don't know why I knew this one, but I did know this one. It's the Pacific. It's named after a region in Peru. Maybe that's why I knew it. The Nazca tectonic plate is located in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of South America. Pardon me. Brian, well done. That's moved you up to 4th. Tash and Juggler copying off each other, maybe? You got that one. Well done. We've recently started doing a thing. There's an online quiz. In fact, I might do this after. Where you try and name every country. I can't believe how terrible I am at naming every country. There's like 296 countries, and I've yet to go over 100 of them. You have to do it in 15 minutes, and I was like, pfft. So if you want to laugh at me, we can try that later. Question 14. Which of these aquatic toothsome terrors is a lamprey? Is it... Well, I forgot to label them, so which one is it? Just click on the one you think it is. Is it this monstrosity, that monstrosity, that monstrosity, or that monstrosity? It's like human teeth, that one, isn't it? Ugh. Most of you gone for monstrosity number 2, which is correct because that is indeed the lamprey. They keep changing the country name. Well, that doesn't help. You're right. Monstrosity, lamprey are lovely. I don't think anyone would describe them as lovely. Interesting. Unique. Oh, young snapper's the only one in the top page to miss that one. Oh, we're getting extra facts here by Rebecca. We have three native species of lamprey: sea lamprey, river lamprey, and brook lamprey, and they are threatened. Yeah, I don't actually know what they are. I think the first one was an eel of some kind. The last one was I don't know, some kind of deep sea anglerfish type thing. Yeah, none of them are particularly lovely though. Anyway, cracking on. Question 15. What sci-fi classic introduced a universal translator creature known as the Babelfish or Babelfish? Was it 2001: A Space Odyssey, Dune, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or Brave New World? They are threatened, yeah. I used to go pike fishing of a winter, and lampreys would be what we'd use as dead baits. So you'd buy them at the fish shop, frozen in like packs of 10. Pike like lampreys for some reason. Who'd have thunk it? Anyway, most people think it's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it is indeed The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. As Adam says, I always carry a towel because of this trilogy of 5 books. If in doubt, the answer is 42. Oh. Yeah, most people getting that one. And yes, that does count as a fishy question. I told you I had fishy questions. Question 16. What electronics company produced the Betamax videocassette, completely dominated by VHS in the home video market? Was it RCA, Panasonic, Yamaha, or Sony? We had a Betamax in our house. Bane of my life. Used to go to the video shop to rent out the latest movies, and they'd have like 4/5 of the store would be VHS videos, and there'd be like one shelf of Betamax videos. That was like, no idea, but I think you've ranted about it. Clearly, I've already done that rant. Sorry. Hang on. I saw the movie. Rebecca's seen a film. Wow. That's a first. I think we should give you bonus points for that one. Right. A bit of a mixed bag with that one. Most people going for Sony. The answer was Sony. It was indeed. Yeah, completely dominated. Conspiracy theorists posit that the Sony Betamax failed because the company refused to allow the pornography industry to use the format, but VHS did. That's one of many theories. Right, question 17. Dating back to ancient Rome, plumber originally referred to someone who worked specifically with what kind of pipes? Was it copper, gold, lead, or silver? Okay, why are you all shouting PB at me? PB is lead, no. PB is the chemical name. Yeah. The question was, a plumber... What's a bum question? See what you did there. Suppose if you're going for lead, because lead's chemical is PB, plum bum, plumber. You are correct. It is lead, of course. Derived from the Latin word plumbum, meaning lead, a plumber worked with lead pipes. Oh, Stevie P and False Inspector both missing out on that one. The questions are too long. What? Don't you give us that. The questions are allowed to be long as the answers are short. That's how it works. What we don't want is a short question with 4 paragraph essays as answers. Plum bum sounds like a plumber's crack. Well, that's what it's affectionately known as, isn't it? Right. Question 18. What famous English footballer is this terrible waxwork, according to a Polish museum? So the waxwork's on the left, if you haven't guessed. Is that meant to be A. Wayne Rooney, B. Harry Kane, C. Alan Shearer, or D. Michael Owen? So I've handily given my American friends and non-sports liking friends images of these actual people. So that image is meant to be one of those actual people. Who's it meant to be? Well, everybody got one, but it is in fact meant to be Wayne Rooney. Sorry, this came up in my news feed earlier in the week, and I thought I'm going to have to use this because that is the worst waxwork I've ever seen. He looks more like Sven-Goran Eriksson than it does Wayne Rooney. But there you go. 12 of you got it right. Well done. Including Stevie P, who's on a roll with the sports questions tonight. You might have to rethink your aversion to all things sports. Right, penultimate question for the evening. The Northern Lights have been visible again this week in the UK, but what are they more correctly known as? Is it Aurora Australis, Aurora Borealis, Aurora Brigitte, or Aurora Auroralis? What do we think? Oh, B is very confident. 19 people going for that. And I fooled 2 of you with my Aurora Alice, which I've made up. Because it is B. It's Aurora Borealis. Which means, before the final gambling question, Stevie P's in first place, second the False Inspector, followed by Brian making it into the top 3. But anyone can move up. There can be some dramatic changes in the final gambling question. So if the top lot gamble and lose, it can be easily overtaken by anyone else. So, got to be in it to win it. Have a read of the clue. See if you fancy it. See how much you want to bet. You can bet anything from 100% to nothing, but if you bet nothing, you win nothing. Question 20. A fishy one to finish. A fishy question to finish. A fish so good they named it twice. Which one is the Scarlet Baddest? Dario Dario. Is it A. Scarlet Badass, B. Scarlet Letter, C. Scarlet Fever, or D. Scarlett Johansson? Which one? Which one? What do points mean, Scott? Ah, oh, didn't make the button. Points mean prizes. Okay. Well, that's more of a spread than I thought we were going to get. 4 people thought it was Scarlet Badass, A. 1 person thought it was Scarlet Letter, B. 1 person thought it was Scarlett Johansson, and 15 of you going for Scarlet Fever. I can tell you that, in fact, Scarlet Fever was the answer. So let's see how that finishes it up. This is
Exciting.
Here we go. And the winners are... in third place, Brian with 2,380 points. In second place, we have False Inspector with 2,580. And in first place, Stevie P takes it with 2,728. I'll leave that up for a while so you can all have a look and see where you finished. JT in 14th. So last week's winner down in 14th. Overtaken by Rebecca at the last minute. Mal obviously gave up in a huff after losing the first betting question. Tash and Juggler making it into the top 10 after a shaky start. But hey, don't be upset, everyone. Now we've got the bit that everybody loves. Let's do some live spreadsheeting. So, let's get rid of that column. I'll copy that column and that column. Get rid of that. We're in week 2, so paste that. And what's that done to the overalls for September? False Inspector takes the lead with 5,458 over Brian. Tash moves up to 3rd. Stevie P in 4th with that win. What did you do last week, Stevie P? Hang on a minute. Oh yeah. You only get 2,700 points for winning, whereas last week everyone was getting 3,000 odd for winning. So even with your 14th place, Jack, you still retain 8th place here. Rebecca's made it into the top 10 with 13th place finish. Zenny, yeah, so you done well there, Zen. You've retained your top 10. Are the Eliminator questions from that book too? No, because there's only 10 questions for the Eliminator, so they were a bit easier. Am I even on there? You must be. What were you playing under, Rebecca? Rachel? You will get added. The questions today were not stupid. The answers were hard. You scat. Of course you are. But scat. Scat is there. You got 101 points. So, are you on there? Overall, You'll be down here somewhere. Scat. There you are. You got your 101 points. See, you need to come back every week to make sure you've got a chance. Rachel and Rebecca. I've confused the names of my own children on a daily basis, so I apologise, everyone. I forget your name wrong every now and again. Right, okay, so that's what we've got. Let me just make sure I save that by doing that, and then we can get rid of that. And say once more, congratulations to CVP. It's very loud. Shut up. Because that was...
Great! Unimaginable.
Not really unimaginable. It's quite easy. Yes, so as Barbara says, congratulations to all the winners. Well done. You didn't win, but didn't lose all your points and stayed in the top 5. See, you can get... I think you can do the whole month if you just keep it steady. JT's shattered his off to bed. Okay, thanks for joining us, Jack. What, random, obscure and horrible? The questions aren't that bad, surely. If at least they're that bad for everyone, so it's fair. No? No? The quizzes use a similar style of questions. It's why university challenges seem... Yes. I don't call myself Warner Lee for nothing. Usually fall asleep after the bingo. I'm getting ready for a guest from the UK though. Lots of cleaning. I don't know why I shook my head in such a disappointing fashion. It's just whenever we have guests, even if it's like one of my friends, I've never gone to anyone's house and inspected it. I've never gone round to someone and gone, just a bit of dust there. Oh, that curtain's not folded properly. Oh, looks like they haven't hoovered today. Ooh, there's a dirty cup on the side there. Going round with like a pad. That's what my wife thinks happens when anyone comes round to our house, even if it's whether it's family, friends, complete strangers. It's like, right, everyone, action's taken. Let's get in there. We need to totally clean down everything. Like, why don't we do this when it's just us here? Why can it be a pigsty and I have to sit in the middle of it, but when someone comes round, I have to clean up. It's not normally a pigsty, and if my wife is watching, I love you. But yeah, it's a bit weird. The questions are easier than my weekly pub trivia. There you go, see? Today was some totally quality guessing. What are the chances I can guess all 10 of the Eliminator questions? Well, so we've changed it up a little bit on the Eliminator. So the Eliminator has failed for the last 6 weeks or so. Pardon me. Oh dear. It's failed at the first question and we've had to restart it and then it works. And a little birdie had told me that when that happens, you all have the opportunity to see all the answers. So I'm not saying anyone has done that and used that to win said Eliminator, but to combat that, I've completely redone it from the start. Oh yeah, as Lisa has said, if the Eliminator glitches again, try and read all the questions when he restarts it. Yeah, so a couple of people now have told me that happens, that once I reset it you get to see all the questions. So I've binned off that game and rewritten it from scratch, so hopefully it won't restart tonight. But if it does, it's very much against the spirit of the game to cheat. But give it a go. We do? Yeah, apparently. I didn't know. I was merely sending out towels to every man. But yeah. So if it happens again tonight, just let. I'm trusting you. Honor system here. If it happens again, you have to do that until I tell you can look again. Got it? No screenshotting. No. My parents demand the house be show ready for guests. Yeah. It's like I'm not allowed in my own house when someone's coming because I dirty it up. It's like, I don't know, is anyone else like this? I love my wife, and if you're watching, I do love you. But if she ever makes the bed, I'm not allowed in it. So when she changes the bed sheets, not allowed in it. If I change the bed sheets, admittedly, it doesn't happen very often, I'm still not allowed in it. She has to be first in. It has to be kept nice. The toilet gets cleaned, the toilet is off limits. I'm like, well, it is a toilet. That's what it's meant to be used for. I was not aware of that. Well, now I've let everybody know. Hopefully it just won't happen. Well, just think about it being a lot of upper body strength exercises. What does that mean? What? Grumpy C, what happened to your arm? Hurt it. I fell off a thing many weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago, you'd have seen both hands like this, and I looked really stupid. Now I just look a bit stupid. We don't make the bed unless someone's coming over who would want to see the bedroom tanks. Not making the bed, changing the bed. So, like changing the bed sheets. Making the bed, that's fine. I understand that. I'm allowed in if the bed has been made. But if the bed has been changed, if the sheets have been changed, I'm not allowed, under pain of death, to go anywhere near that. And literally, I've been threatened with divorce when I jokingly thought, ha ha ha, I'm going to creep in the bed you've just made. Nope, not any of that. What is this making the bed you speak of? I'm a big fan of making the bed, just not. I don't get the whole thing behind the changing of the bed. My partner's in the military, so the bed has to be made. Everything has to be neat and tidy. I guess that would come from some military service. Everything has to be neat and tiny. Tidy, just to clarify there. Whereas I think chaos is order and I have to have books everywhere. I think that's the kind of thing that happens everywhere. There's two different types of people for many situations. There's someone who can't abide option A, and there's someone who can't abide option B, and usually those two people get married. So it looks like you found the right person, because you're clearly meant for each other. If you disagree on most things, that's the person you're destined to marry. Like, I couldn't care less about decoration. My wife is very particular about decorations, and I will be often forced to sit and review 18 shades of what to me look like the same colour, and then when I say I can't see a difference, I get fallen out with. So when we're choosing to paint something, I'll be like, what do you like? Do you like this shade of beige, this shade of beige, this shade of... No, they're all the same. Whatever, I don't care. You never care about anything. So that gets us into trouble. And then so we recently bought a new telly, and the sound was doing my head in because it was the crappy TV speakers. So I was getting really upset about this, and she was like, it's fine, I can't tell the difference. So I bought a sound bar, plugged it all in, tuned it, graphic equalizer, getting everything right, ready, put it on. Do you like it? She's like, it sounds exactly the same to me. And I'm like, she can't have the house untidy, I can't have the car untidy. Her car is a complete tip. Yeah, it's the way it goes. Our bed stays a pile of blankets, pillows, and cats. It's not a messy bed, I'm just airing the sheets. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I'll roll in the clean sheets like a freshly bathed dog in the dirt. See, that, if I don't turn up one day, if I, like, hey, Friday night comes round and Graham's not here and there's been no explanation, I've accidentally got into a bed that's had the sheets changed and I have been murdered. I need a bit of chaos too. If I can't see an item, it doesn't exist. The car yeah, so Vicky's car is disgusting. Yet the house pristine. My car, when I visit my parents, my mum will clean. I'm the same with my dad. My dad will usually clean the car. He's got a thing about that. Right, are we going to have a bash at the whatchamacallit? The Eliminator, see if it works after all that hype. There should be some easy questions. But it's a different link. Copy link address. So if you want to play the Eliminator, there is the link. There is the rules. So there are 10 questions for those of you who are new. The increase in difficulty, starting at question 1, which is usually quite easy, all the way up to question 10. If you get one wrong, you're out. The questions are a mix of multiple choice, drag and drop, and free text. They're not, because everyone got upset with that, and I haven't got round to changing this slide. They're all multiple choice. The correct answer is what I say it is. That remains true. If it turns out I'm wrong, tough. The questions are on a timer, so hopefully you've not got enough time to Google it, because clearly this is the quiz everyone likes to cheat on. So make sure you answer quickly, and if you get 10 correct, you get a prize. So if you want to play, that's all you have to do. Oh, I've done it again. Sorry. Bear with. Oh, God. If you prefer to scan the QR code, there it's there. Don't have a choice. 3 dogs, untidy car. Yeah. Oh, we have 2 dogs, but they don't cause the mess in my wife's car. Murdered over linens. There's got to be a Lifetime movie in that somewhere. It'll happen. Graham's next decoration, wrist splint brown. Yeah. I don't get it. I'm told bird poo is bad on a car, yet rain cleans it off. Why pay someone when rain does not clean the car? Rain makes the car wet. It doesn't clean it. And bird poo is bad because it can melt the paint off, basically. My car's been parked under trees for nearly 20 years. Rain doesn't clean it. Only power washing has worked. Yeah, a bit of elbow grease. Pollen's, oh yeah, pollen's bad as well. Especially the sticky stuff. Moral of the story, don't pee in your car. That's very true, yes. I heard it melts the paint, but the sticky stuff from my pee plate has been there for nearly 3 years. You're not still driving around with a pee plate on, are you? So I think, yeah. That's what I mean about the 2 different peoples. 2 different types of people. So I've married someone like you who doesn't care, and I don't think she's ever washed her car. Took the P plate off, Because after 1 and 2 weeks in a small car, people were being too. Yeah, I know. That makes you. I always thought that P plates weren't a thing when I passed, but I don't think I would have used them even if it was an option, because it seems it's like painting a target on your back a little bit. Underneath, crows sitting in an olive tree and eating them. A car is doomed. Yes. Right, we've got 20 people. I feel like we should stop for a little bit of admin though. Click the like button. Just do it. Click the like button. That's all I ask. You don't have to give me super chats. You don't have to. It'd be nice if you subscribed as well. Join even. All untold benefits for joining. But yeah, just click the like button. Thank you. Admin over. Are we ready, people? We'll get the countdown started. Here we go. Remember, got to be fast. When the questions come in, you have 15 seconds to answer. So fast as you can. Question 1. What does the H stand for in H2O? Is it hydrated, hope, helium, or hydrogen? What does the H stand for? And 20 people have answered. Yay, it has worked, hopefully. 20 people answered and 20 people have gone for hydrogen. Hope. Yeah, I thought hope was a good answer. 2 molecules of hope, please. The correct answer is indeed hydrogen. Imagine if I got that one wrong. That would have been embarrassing. For a minute there, I thought I'd written down helium as the correct answer, and I was about to go, oh, we're going to have to stop it again. But no, we're okay. Everyone is still in. Hopefully you can see yourself there, ready to go. Hope 2, optimism 1. Be better if that's how chemical formulas were made up, wouldn't it? Right, question number 2. Are we ready? What is the pirate's flag better known as? Is it the Jolly Roger, the Amused Alan, the Happy Harold, or the Giggling Geoffrey? What do we think? No glitch, indeed, Stevie B. See, these questions they're not too hard, surely. Everyone has gone for the Jolly Roger. And thankfully that is correct. So there's the man that cleans my car whenever we visit, but he said even I would not touch your wife's car, and this is from a man who loves to clean a car. But yeah, it's like some kind of biological war zone. Yes, so Jolly Roger was correct. Everyone's still in. Not difficult, but don't call us Shirley. Sorry. Ready for question 3? Here it goes. In what movie does Robert De Niro's Travis Bickle famously ask, "You talking to me?" Is it Mean Streets, The Deer Hunter, Taxi Driver, or Once Upon a Time in America? In what movie does Robert De Niro famously ask, You talking to me? As Juggler says, and Rebecca's out. Yes, this is a film, both made before the year 2000. I said both made before the year 2000, and didn't give a second thing. I'm on a lot of drugs. Okay. Oh, we've got a bit of a spread, so we're losing somebody. One person's gone for Mean Streets. I've just seen Rebecca type damn into the chat, so I'm assuming that's her. The correct answer is, of course, Taxi Driver. Fun fact, Robert De Niro improvised that line on the set of Taxi Driver from 1976. So, still got a lot of people in. Who did we lose there? Let's have a look. Eliminated were, on that question, were Paul B, Laurie Carey Day, Tally's Tank Slave, SKP, and Brunton Lightcap. All missed out on that one. But we plough on to question number 4. What trivia question do you want to ask your audience? A is the answer. A is the answer. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Right, I wonder if there's a way I can fix this. Sometimes I'm a bit of an idiot. Okay, we're starting again. What does the H stand for in H2O? Alright, let's crash through these. Correct answers, hydrogen. Well done, everyone. Question 2. What's the name of the pirate flag? Jolly Roger, Jolly Roger, correct. Question 3. What movie did Robert De Niro? It's not letting us choose any answers. Bloody hell. I think it might after we get to the next one. Here you go, try this. Which of these antibiotics did Scottish physician Alexander Fleming discover in 1928? Was it amoxicillin, penicillin, Bactrim, or tetracycline? It should let you answer this one. It is now. Good. We are a go. Excellent. Okay, so the correct answer for that one was penicillin. Alexander Fleming won a Nobel Prize in Medicine for his discovery of penicillin, which has been discussed as the single greatest victory ever achieved over the disease. What disease? And technically he didn't discover it. It was sloppiness from a cleaning person that did it. So, who have we still got in? Hang on. Tash is huffing because she chose A. Is she still in? something's afoot. That says she answered that correctly. Oh, in the original, right, okay. Right, question 5. This is where it should start to get harder. What ill-fated passenger does this Oscar-winning actor play in 1997's Titanic? Is it John, Jack, Joseph, or Jake? I still think that one's quite easy. Everyone going with Jack? It is indeed Jack. So everyone's still in. One day this quiz will work flawlessly. Everyone will just pass out with surprise. Question number 6. One day. Not today, but one day. On what day of the week must the month begin in order for it to have a Friday the 13th? So everyone's going, oh, what day of the month did this month begin? Oh. I think we've lost someone to time, but 7 people going for Sunday. My brain scrambled on this one. Yeah, I must admit, I was a bit like that when I first read the question myself. I was like, what? How does that can't be true, surely. But it's kind of obvious when you think about it. When you think about it for more than 15 seconds, because the answer is Sunday. So, going into question 7, we've still got Juggler, Tash, Shadow, SJH, Botty McBotty, Brian, and Mona Lee. The Juggler says, your calendar on the wall for the win. Oh, God, I forgot about that. That wouldn't have helped me because my calendar's still in August. Well, we probably need to start thinking about this year's calendar run. Right, are we ready for question 7, everyone? Fingers at the ready. What search engine was originally known as Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web? Was it Ask, Google, Bing, or Yahoo? Just because I've said that, my phone has sprung to life to ask me. What started as Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web? Oh, quite a spread here, so we're losing a few. 2 each, apart from Google, we only got 1. The correct answer is... I'll inject a bit of drama into it. Yahoo! Yahoo! So, we've still got Shadow and Botty McBotty. As we go into question number 8. In 1960, Amy, Sally and Mo made a space flight. Who or what were they? Were they mice? Were they chimpanzees? Were they dogs? Or cats? What do we think? Zenny thinks B. Someone else thinks B as well. So we've got 1 gone for mice and 1's gone for chimps. The correct answer is mice. They were 3 black mice that were sent up to test the effects of radiation for the return flight, so they came back. So that leaves us purely with Botty McBotty, who goes it alone into question 9. Here we go. Good luck. What was the pseudonym used by the writer Charles Dodgson? Is it Lewis Carroll, Charles Dickens, George Orwell, or Mark Twain? I told you they get a bit harder. What was the pseudonym used by Charles Dodgson? Oh, I think we've lost them to time. There was no live answers. Botty McBotty, what happened? So, Mandy's gone C. Brian's gone D. Any further? Because the game's over. He hasn't answered. What happened, man? What happened? Anyway, you're both wrong because it's Lewis Carroll. There's a pub called Little Martha here after the first rabbit in space. Do you know what? That was not the name, but that was one of the questions I was considering. So I was looking for some reason at animals in space. I call it the Bunny Pub, and I got asked if it was another kind of premises. Right, do you want to see the final question just for poops and giggles? Question number 10. Oh, there is no question number 10. Oh, I fucking deleted it like a fucking idiot. Oh, I'm glad you went out on that question, because that would have been embarrassing. There should have been a 10th question. I can't remember what it was, though. There were no survivors. Half because you didn't get the questions right, and half because this is so bloody infuriating that you gave up. No doubt, I imagine. So, it didn't work for some people. I saw a couple of messages saying, no, I couldn't answer question 4. I don't know why I bother anymore. This bloody stupid Eliminator will never work. So, apologies to Bruce and Grumpy C that you got kicked out of the quiz. I don't know what's going on. If I'd chosen my other 50-50 option, I'd have got that one. Pigs in space. The only animal in space was pigs in space. Ba-dum-tsh. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I struggle with that one. Next week, I will try and spend some time double checking all these. I double checked the main quiz just to make sure. I just didn't double check this one. Yeah, imagine he would have got there only to be disqualified because there was no number 10. I would have made one up on the spot if that had happened. But yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I'm sorry, everybody. Did anyone else click that like button? Like what we asked you to do earlier on? No? Okay. Right, what else is going on this weekend? I have a fish and plants order to put in. If anybody wants to buy some plants and you look on my website and don't see them listed there, if you email me tomorrow, I may be able to include anything on the list that you might want, and you can get them nice and fresh and direct. Because I'm going to put a plant order in on Sunday, and I'm considering whether or not to put a fish order in, because all these tanks here are now empty. So I'm thinking about getting like a big 6-foot tank that will fit in there, and maybe getting like doing an aquascape and getting a nice community tank going. or I'm thinking about just remortgaging and buying hundreds of discus. Can't quite decide what to do. I'm a bit fed up because I've not really been able to do much with having broken hands for the last 4 or 5 weeks or however long it is. So I'm getting a bit antsy about having all these empty tanks and nothing else to do with them. But the plants wise, send me an email. For fish, I might have a request. Depends on. Well, if you have any fish requests as well, also send me an email or a message. Messages are a bit dodgy because I sometimes don't see them on certain platforms, but you can try. I forgot to turn the events on, man. If anyone had given me a super chat, you wouldn't have got the little bing bong. So thank God none of you did. Why can't I find my email button? That's the email address. You will definitely get me there, but there are other methods. Join our Discord. You usually get me on there as well. Or Facebook, as Rebecca's saying. If we are friends on Facebook, you can get me that as well. But yes, if you want any fish, is a maybe. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to order this week, but I might do it in the next one. But maybe. If you want any fish, let me know. I will let you know how much I can get them for. You're right. Facebook messages come through in seconds. Let me see. I will see if they are on the list and get back to you. Scott says, I've been toying with a couple of ideas about my tanks. More fish, possibly giving in the idea of keeping the big tank non-planted and moving fish about, as seen on Discord. Yeah, I've been a bit rubbish at keeping up with everything, I'm afraid. I desperately need a pair of them. Spoon-faced whiptail catfish. Now, in fact, I can have... I'm technically not allowed to show you the list. But I can do a wee search of it. I think. Just talk amongst yourselves while I do this, people. No, not that one. No, not that one. That one. Okay. Nope, they're not showing up on the list unless they're down as a different name, which sometimes they are. They need a mouth size of less than 10 centimetres ideally. That's quite big, isn't it? I'll keep an eye out and I'll look properly. But my back feels as if it is about to just collapse altogether. So I might have to give it a knock on the head this one tonight, folks. I was due some more painkillers about half an hour ago, and I certainly need them. 10mm, yes, that makes more sense. Would it be a pain to send the list my way again? Yeah, I can. Yeah, send me some messages, people, if you want to see some stuff. I can have a look and show you them. But for now, thank you for putting up for my rubbish quizzing abilities. But I'm going to go and have... yet another can of Pepsi Max, which is very unsatisfying on a Friday night. Oh, Cam's in just as I'm moaning. Sorry. Nice to see you. But yeah, I'm giving it a miss tonight. It didn't go very well with the quiz, but thank you all for joining me. Hopefully we'll be in better spirits next week and a bit more repaired, and we can have a bit of a longer stream with some more chat. But for now, have a good weekend, have some fishy fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!